Hey y'all. So, how you like my new look? Yeah. So, sometimes when I am not feeling my best, I'm feeling like I need to control something because other things are outside of my control. I like to cut my hair. I like it short anyway because I don't have to do much to it, and considering my issues with fibromyalgia makes it easier. So, if it is your first time on my channel, I want to say welcome, and if you are returning, I want to say welcome back. I am so glad that you have chosen to spend some time with me and get to know what is going on. Yeah, it still means the world to me that I get to share my world with you. When I started this channel, I had the intention of really focusing on travel. Then I kind of like broadened it a bit because I wanted to focus on the encouragement that we sometimes need in order to get to where we need to go in our life, to actually fulfill our dream, to live our purpose and our passion. So I figured I would include that part. I didn't necessarily expect that I was going to have to include so much of my own personal journey with health, with chronic illness, mental well-being, just running the gamut. So, um, yeah. So the Pajama Chronicles continues. I would like to inform you all, though, that I do ensure that um, um, I'm not a hot, nasty mess. I just want y'all to know that. Don't think that there's no, cleansing of body parts happening. I gotta laugh. I gotta laugh. I mean, I did mention how it does take a toll, and you may not always get a chance to do all of the things that you normally do. But I can assure you that, at the very least, a bird bath happens. At the very least. But, on a good day, a full on shower, it does happen. And yeah, so there's that. um you gotta laugh, the thing I wanted to talk about today is imposter syndrome. So the reason why I wanted to chat about this is because sometimes we get so caught up in ourselves, with who we think we are or who we think others think we are or whatever, that we are in our own way. So I made a video that said, like, why I'm creating a YouTube channel at 57 or something like that. And yeah, the reality was that the reason why I hadn't done it before was because I didn't have the courage. I didn't feel that I had enough to share that anybody would be really interested in what I had to say, even though everybody I had met along the way was like, yeah, oh my, wow, how'd you do that? When did you do that? Why did you do that? What did you do? How did you start? Even though I got that, I still felt like, I don't know. So it was, I kind of liken it to becoming a social worker. How until I had the credentials, I didn't think that I had the skills or the tools to be an active participant in the field, because it is a profession. And no, it's not about taking kids away, because people always seem to have this thing with social services and social work. Can you be a social worker and work for social services? Yes, you can. Are most of the people who work at social services social workers? No, they're not. So I would like to clear up that misconception, firstly. So yes, we do other things besides take people's kids away, because that's what we always get the bad rap for. But now why was I on that topic? Okay, I'm asking for grace because I don't remember everything. But I didn't think that I could be like in the field unless I had the credentials to be in this field, in this profession, right? I couldn't be really doing, quality social work unless I, you know, had a degree and some expertise in that area. Make sense or whatever. But when it comes down to YouTube, I mean, anybody. I'm talking about your 4-year-old niece and nephew could have a channel for YouTube. So what was I thinking I needed for YouTube? I don't even know. I don't know. But I just got some encouragement from a dear friend, Chef Sahara Speaks. If you haven't checked out her channel, please do. And she was just like, you need to just get started because people need to hear what you have to say. And I was like, okay. And I did. This particular time I did. I don't know why this was any different than any other bit of encouragement I have received in the past, but I did it. So that was that. What I am starting to learn is that people want to hear from people like themselves. I'm just an ordinary person. I am a person who's struggling with chronic illness. I am a person who had previous professions. I had really one career and I had other jobs, let's just say. But I've had a lot of life experience, right? And part of that experience is that I traveled to more than 50 countries and I've spent extensive periods of time in some of these countries. I think the longest I've been in one country without going to, no, well, let's just say the longest I've been in one country without having to go to another one is like 3 months. But I would maybe go for 3 months, be there for 3 months, and then have to go to another country to do what we call like a border run kind of situation, a visa run. And then I would, come back and spend another 3 months. So, yeah, I've done that numerous times. And some places, like I spent a lot of time in Thailand, and you can only be there for 30 or 60 days at a time. And so I was kind of back and forth, and I was going to other countries in Southeast Asia that were close by. But I tell you all this to tell you that I have some experience in the whole travel business and having to go from one place to another and what it's like and staying long term, because people always say like, oh, it's one thing to be, visiting someplace, another thing to like actually live there. But these are places that I've been for long periods of time. If you just take away maybe the week or so in between that I had to leave the country and then maybe come back. And because I can share with people what that experience is like. And I think that the whole idea of feeling like an imposter, even though I've actually lived these experiences, is like, it's ludicrous. It's bananas. It's bananas. I think the reality is that I got a lot to say. I got a lot to share. I've done some things and I'm living through some things that some people will be able to relate to. Some people may not, but they still might find it, interesting, entertaining, or helpful for their own personal journey. And that is what I'm hoping. So if the only thing holding you back from doing what you need to do for yourself is imposter syndrome, get over yourself. Get over yourself. That's the only thing I can say. Get over yourself. It's not real. It's called imposter syndrome for a reason. You think you faking being somebody else, but you faking not being you. You faking not being you. How can you be faking not being you? You just need to be who you are. Some people will love it, some people will hate it, some people will just like pass. But those people who stay, they're gonna get something from you. That genuine, authentic realness, that true story, you know, that unique take that you can provide on something. So, when you come to my channel, I want you to know that yes, I'm going to talk about travel. I'm going to give you some encouragement, but I'm also going to give you the real raw experience of living with a chronic illness and how I manage, why I travel so slowly, and how it has still been such a benefit to my life, how I feel so enriched. And then I'm going to go into why I ultimately would like to move abroad and just visit the US. Yes, that's coming. That is coming. So, anyway, thank you for being who you are. And on your journey to doing what you need to do for you, please come and share my journey, because, again, it means the world to me that I get to share my world with you. And for the business of YouTube, if you haven't done so already, please like this video. Please comment and share. Yes, do those things. And of course, subscribe. Okay? A sister needs some regular folk coming up here on a regular basis and subscribing to the channel, watching the whole video. A sister needs some support and encouragement too. I greatly appreciate it. I would. I truly would. Not that I'm begging necessarily. Okay, if I got to beg, I'll, whatever. But but I do find it funny that, I find myself on the end of saying, I hope you get something from it. I hope you get something from me sharing my experiences. And I hope you also realize that there is no imposter in being who you are. Being your authentic self. It's always enough. And that's all that anybody can ever expect. Okay? So, until the next time, continue to do good and be better. We make the world go round. We all do. Until the next time, ciao for now.